Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third and final day of Blackpool Championship Show. We've got an exciting afternoon ahead of us. The judging of 3 groups, and then best in show. Also, while we are judging the groups, the best puppy in each group, in each breed, the best junior and the best veteran will be getting judged outside, and we'll see the winners of those groups come in later to compete for best puppy in show, best veteran in show, and best junior in show. So plenty to look forward to. We'll be starting very shortly with the Terrier group. We're just waiting for the last couple of best of breed winners there. Then we'll be underway. Good to see you all. Now I think we're nearly ready. Tony, up there in the collecting ring, are we nearly ready? Waiting for one, yes. Now we are ready to go with the Terrier group, ladies and gentlemen. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go now. My pleasure to introduce our judge for the Terrier group today. He awards CCs in 15 Terrier breeds. He has judged Best in Show at the National Terrier, the premier Terrier show in this country. He's also judged the Terrier group at Crufts. And today, he's judging another premier show, Blackpool. Please welcome our Terrier group judge, Mr. Paul Eardley. And let's see the best of breed winners, led in by the Bedlington Terrier, then the Border Terrier and the Bull Terrier. Next comes the Chesky Terrier. The Dandy Dinmont comes next. The Smooth Fox Terrier, followed by the Wire Fox Terrier and the Glenavy Marl. Next, the Irish Terrier, the Jack Russell, and then the Kerry Blue. Next, we have the Manchester, the Norfolk, and the Norwich follows on, followed by the Parson Russell Terrier, the Scotty, the Skye Terrier, the soft-coated Wheaton, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Big cheers, as always, fan club for the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and the Welsh Terrier, and the West Highland White. So there we are. Now, rich assortment of sizes and coats, but all of them terriers, all bred to keep down vermin. The word terrier means earth dogs. Often they had to go to earth to catch their prey. And Mr. Eardley now just going around taking in the outlines of the dogs, seeing whether they are the correct shape for the breed. Shape and balance, often the first indicators of good breed type. And now on the table is the Bedlington Terrier. There were 28 of them here today from Mark Ord, and he chose this dog 5724 as best of breed. As its name suggests, the breed was developed in Northumberland around the town of Bedlington and in the Scottish borders. They have a distinctive shape and coat. Apart from being able to keep down rodents, the early Bedlingtons were used as hunting dogs to chase rabbits and bring home the supper. They were popular with the miners of Northumberland. They have this distinctive linty coat texture. We see this one a blue, the blue shadings on its body coat, a long, clean head, and a light, mincing action. Our winning Bedlington there, number 5724. Now on the table, the Border Terrier from an entry of 88 Border Terriers for specialist Mrs. Barber. She's chosen this bitch, number 5763, as best of breed. Here's another breed developed in the borders. The standard for the Border Terrier has hardly been changed since the 19th century. They are essentially a working terrier and capable of following a horse, and that's what the standard says about the movement clause, sound with stamina. The breed also has the head of an otter, a strong skull and short muzzle, and very important to equip it to do its job was this thick protective skin and harsh top coat. There's the winning Border, number 5763. And now undoubtedly the heavyweight of the Terrier group, the Bull Terrier. Specialist Frank Dyson judged 35 of them. Here's his winner, 5851. These once known as the gladiator of the Terrier group, because they were originally used as fighting dogs. Fortunately, when that was banned, there were some enthusiasts, domesticated the dogs, wanted to keep the breed going rather than it going into extinction. The word bull tells you that it's got bulldog in its ancestry, with the now extinct white terrier. Distinctive head shape, the head, egg-like shape of the head, this long, strong down face, these pricked ears, substance, but also athleticism. There's our winning Bull Terrier, number 35, number 5851. Republic, and it was developed by crossing a Sealyham with a Scottie, and we see elements of both in the shape of the Chesky Terrier. Similar head type, the clean skull and long foreface. The coat, however, is a silky texture, and whilst many of the Terrier breeds need finger and thumb trimming, there's a shortcut with the Chesky. They can be clipped, leaving these silky furnishings on the belly, the head and the legs. And it's quite all right for the Chesky to carry its tail down, unlike many of the other Terrier breeds. Dandy Dinmonts today had a replacement judge, Mrs. Meriel Taylor, judged 21 of them. Her winner was this bitch, number 5925. And here we have a breed with a very distinctive shape. The Dandy Dinmont should be weasel-like in its shape. That means a fairly long body, a rise over the loin down to a low set tail. It was developed in the border countries near Hoyk. And still there is a museum in that area dedicated to the Dandy Dinmont and its origins. Wonderful silky top knot, the tail carried, a feathered tail, carried like a plume. And now onto the Fox Terrier, the smooth Fox Terrier, 21 of them here today for Mr. Johnston. He chose the bitch 5941 as best of breed. As the name suggests, they were bred to go to ground after fox. In the 1940s, the Smooth Fox Terrier and the Wire Fox Terrier were two of the most popular breeds in the United Kingdom. Both of them should be made like a well-made hunter. Short-backed, good depth of chest, the tail set high, and this wonderful look of expectation, always on the tiptoes of expectation. The same applies to the wire we have on the table now. Paul Eardley judged 11 of them. Here's his best of breed winner, the dog, 5953. In the 1940s and onwards, the Wire Fox Terrier entries at championship dog shows were huge. Two of the biggest entries for the Fox Terriers. many professional handlers in the breed in those days as well. So the competition was very tough. Now in the modern age where a lot of work is attached to judging a lot of the trim terriers, sadly the population in many of the terrier breeds has declined.
Thank you.
And now one of the most substantial of the terriers, the Glenavy Mal. Marion Sargent judged 4 of them today. Her winner here is the bitch, number 5959. A wheaten coloured. They hail from the Glenavy Mal, which is in Ireland, where they're used to keep down badgers in particular, fox also. Now, these are a substantial terrier breed. They have this protective wire coat on top with a softer undercoat and a lot of substance. They are strongly boned. Their legs are slightly bowed in front. They are deep-chested with a slight bowed front, and it was thought that the slightly bowed leg gave them a better grip of their adversaries underground. They could hang on to the badger. There is the winning Glenavy Mal, 5959. Now on the table, it's the Irish Terrier. Jill Peake judged 6 of them today. Her winner was the dog, 5964. You notice that he's a fairly leggy, tall dog, but they are traditionally judged on the table. Our judge just checking the pads, which is a requirement of the breed, that they don't have corny, cracked pads, which used to be a problem in the breed, but has now thankfully been almost made extinct. The Irish Terrier comes only in this rich red. They are a daredevil dog, full of terrier spirit, devoted to their masters, but not very devoted to other breeds, and will fight to the death if they meet an adversary. Now here's a breed which is making great inroads into the show world all around the world. On the table, the Jack Russell Terrier. 37 of them today for David Shields. He chose this dog, 5987, as best of breed. Takes its name from the hunting parson, John Russell, known as Jack, living in Devon in the southwest, very keen on fox hunting and on breeding terriers. He bred 2 types, and this is one of them, the shorter-legged Jack Russell. We'll see the other one soon in this group. The Jack Russell here, always used by hunts, often carried by the huntsman in the saddle, and when the fox went to ground, they could put the Jack Russell down to earth to drive it out. Now, being looked at is the Kerry Blue Terrier. Jill Peake judged 6 of them. Her winner was the dog, 6290. The national breed of Ireland. It tells you where he comes from. County Kerry, and what colour he is. Blue, Kerry Blue. They're born black and should have be changing by 18 months of age. Any shade of blue, here we see this silver blue colour here in this Kerry Blue dog. They are short-backed, a long, clean head, and a silky coat, and full of terrier temperament. There is the Kerry Blue. Now we're not so far from the Lake District, so here's the breed which comes from there, the Lakeland Terrier. 9 of them for David Shields. He chose the dog 6018 as best of breed. Until the start of the 20th century, many of the different valleys in the Lake District had their own Lakeland Terrier, their own type of terrier. And the breeders and farmers and gamekeepers got together to unify them, to make a breed standard for them, to get a uniform type. And that's what we see here. The Lakeland is quite square in the body. The head is more moderate in its forehead, in its foreface. But it has, again, a protective double coat. There is the winning Lakeland 6018. Now, if you like terrier temperament but don't fancy all the trimming, here's the answer for you on the table. The Manchester Terrier. Smooth coated, pliant coat and skin, very little grooming to do. It's a breed which was developed in the mill towns around Manchester, and it was used for keeping down the rodents in the mills and in the other factories during the Industrial Revolution. They're quite lithe in their build, which means they've got this rise over the loin to a lower set tail. Black and tan is the only colour in which they come. This long, clean head. One of the breed features is that on the tan markings on its legs, there is a black foot thumbprint. One of the breed features. There is the Manchester Terrier 6026, the choice of Diana Spavin. One of the smallest breeds of terrier on the table now, the Norfolk Terrier, also judged by Diana Spavin. 13 of them here. The winner was this dog, 6040. Developed around Cambridge in the village of Thrumpton by university students who wanted to go hunting and ratting as a pastime. This is the type of terrier which was bred low to ground, very compact, a lot of substance in a small frame, a strong, short muzzle to see off the rodents. Great characters, now become hugely popular as family pets. And here's its cousin. And until the 1960s or so, the two breeds were bred together. On the table now, the prick-eared variety, the Norwich Terrier. These are not as numerous as the Norfolk. They have the prick ears, but many of the other similar features. Compact, cobby, lots of substance. The two breeds were finally separated by the Kennel Club after meetings with the breeders of both types. And it was, I think, in the 60s that they were separated and were given their own classes at championship shows. There's the winning Norwich Terrier, sent forward by Dawn Innett, number 6048. And now forward is the other terrier produced by the hunting parson, Jack Russell. This is the Parson Russell Terrier. 10 of them here today for Matt Smith. He chose this bitch, 6066, as best of breed. The Parson Russell, longer on the leg. Again, quite similar, and has perhaps some fox terrier in its ancestry. but quite different in their head from the Fox Terrier. It's a stronger, shorter muzzle, a broader skull. They come in wire coat and broken coat and smooth. So they're leggier. Again, they were carried often in the huntsman's saddles and put down on the floor when they were needed to go to earth to chase out fox. There is our winning Parson Russell, number 6066. We had a replacement judge for Scottish Terriers today. Howard Ogden stepped in and judged 31 Scotties. His winner was the dog 6079. 6079 is best of breed Scottish Terrier. One of the native breeds of Scotland. A lot of substance. One of the great national breeds. This one a brindle, also come in black and wheaten. Should be short-backed, big-ribbed. This long, clean head, a high-set tail, and again topped by this wire-hard coat. One of the big challenges with the short-legged breeds is to have freedom of movement. And here we have the Scottie really showing off his full of running there. And now on the table, the longest breed in the group, the Skye Terrier, another native of Scotland. 11 of them today for Mark Ord. His winner was the bitch 6103. This is a breed with which our Terrier group judge is very familiar. The breed standard asks for a dog which is long, low and level, topped by this coat, but underneath that coat they are solidly built, strongly boned, well ribbed back. They can come in prick ears, as we see here, but also in drop eared variety. Our judge are now looking at the soft-coated Wheaton. 25 of them for Miss Clark O'Neill. She chose the bitch 6129 as best of breed. Another native breed from Ireland. And again, it tells us a lot about it in its title. It's soft-coated, there should be silky textured, and wheaten in colour, any shade of ripening wheat. They bear some resemblance to the Kerry Blue, and they might have some common blood in them, but of course the colour is different and the heads are a little stronger than the Kerry Blue. Now, from the biggest entry in the Terrier group, the Staffordshire Bull Terriers specialist, Mrs. Debbie Desmond, drew an entry of 115. So big cheers for her. And big cheers for the victor, this bitch, number 6215. Always keeping a fan club back at the show, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. They have some bulldog in their background. A mixture of the bull and the terrier. So they have to have some strength in the foreface and skull. but athleticism in the body, with a deep chest. A firm body and a tail like a pump handle. And shown in the traditional collar and lead, the collar of the Staffordshire Bull Terrier is always carrying these brass engravings. And now the Welsh Terrier is on the table. Mark Ord, judge an entry of 12. His winner was this dog, 6256. In the mid-20th century, the Welsh Terrier was extremely popular in all the valleys of Wales. Used to keep down rodents around the mines and in the villages. It has some similarities with the Fox Terrier, but it's more heavily built, a little stronger in the skull and foreface. Coming in this rich black and tan, or wheaten and tan, grizzle and tan, sorry. Full of character. Tail bang on top. Again, the harsh, crispy top coat. There is the winning Welsh Terrier. And finally, the West Highland White Terrier. Our visitor from Finland, Dr. Anuka Palaheimo, judged as a replacement judge today, chose this dog, number 6275, as best of breed. The West Highland White Terrier, hugely popular, and perhaps one of the most popular terrier breeds as a family companion. They look very smart, they're wonderful natures. They were developed, it's thought, from Cairn Terriers. The colour white was not allowed in Cairn Terriers, and some breeders took the white Cairns and developed a different breed, the West Highland White, which are a little squarer, a little lower to ground, and a little more substantial than the Cairn. But that's thought to be the origins. Our winning West Highland White is number 6275.
No, you take your place.
Now our judge has had hands-on examination, just walking around reminding himself as he looks at the dogs of what he found when going over them. We can all judge from the ringside, but we've not had our hands on them to see what's under the coat. Now, this is the time where the judge takes his time, thinks which of the 8 dogs he'd like to have in the shortlist. In comes the Bedlington. The Dandy Dinmont comes forward. Next out is the Kerry Blue and the Lakeland. A walk round to the Scottish Terrier and the soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. The Welsh Terrier comes in and the West Highland White Terrier. And there's our shortlist for the Terrier group. Well done to all of the others. Glad you've had a good day. And I think you've got a chance to show your support now, ladies and gentlemen. Out and back for the Bedlington Terrier. And here goes the Dandy Dinmont. That's Weasley body, long and supple. There's large dark eyes coming from under that top knot. And here's the Kerry Blue. And the little Lakeland Terrier, almost on home territory here. And here's the Scotty strutting his stuff. Really enjoying the big ring here. And there's the free-striding, soft-coated Wheaton. And here's the Welsh Terrier. And finally, the West Highland White. The boards have been called for. One of these terriers will be staying on a little longer to compete for Best in Show in an hour or so's time. Blackpool Tower is in the ring. This is our winner is the Lakeland Terrier. In second place, the Dandy Dinmont. For third spot, we have the Welsh Terrier, and in fourth place, the Kerry Blue. Well done to the others, but it's the Lakeland Terrier. Will stay on to compete for Best in Show. Our trophy coming out for the winner, one of the wonderful trophies brought by committee member and great worker for our society here. And all the rosettes going up. Big round of applause for our judge, Paul Eardley, for his judgment there. And I think it's lap of honour time. And from there, they'll go and have their photographs taken. Lap of honour, our winning terriers. The Lakeland Terrier going to represent the Terrier group in the Best in Show judging. So thank you. Could you come down to the Secretary's office to have your photographs taken, please?
Would all the best pictures in the Pastoral group please go to the collecting ring? This is the final call for all the best pictures from the Pastoral group to go to the collecting ring.
We'll be following on very shortly with the Pastoral group judging. Just waiting for the last few best of breed winners in the Pastoral group, please, if they would come to the collecting ring. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're waiting for the few latecomers in the Pastoral group collecting ring, can I just point out what a wonderful showground and how well it's looking, well mowed, helped by the sheep, of course. So a big thank you to Blackpool Championship Show. However, I have to tell you that many of you may not know that the Secretary of the Society, Steve Hall, has been in hospital for the last 2 weeks and now only allowed home last week. He's here at the show today, standing by me, so a big round of applause to wish him well. Well done, Steve. Tony, how we're doing up there?
cardigan, any variety.
Right. No, he's going in first, so he can watch the dogs come in. What year did you do your first best? You've done best in show 4 times, yes? No. Oh, no, sorry. It was in 2000, 2003.
Yeah. You get your... I said that the other day it'd be better. Yeah. It was bright in there. Yeah, but they come up too dark if you think it's got them.
Now we're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. My pleasure to introduce the judge of the Pastoral group, well known to you all. He's a best in show judge. He judges 3 groups at championship shows and has judged best in show many times. Please welcome Mr. Keith Nathan. And let's see our winning Pastoral Best of Breeds. Led in by the Australian Cattle Dog and the Australian Shepherd. Some applause, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome them in. Here comes the Bearded Collie, the Groenendahl. The Tervuren comes next, then the Border Collie, then the Briard. The Catalan Sheepdog comes next, and the Rough Collie, followed by the Estrella, the Finnish Lapphund. Sadly, we're missing the German Shepherd. Here comes the Hungarian Pumi, the little Lancashire Heeler, the Norwegian Bluehund, the Old English Sheepdog, Polish Lowland, the Pyrenean Mountain Dog, the Samoyed. Here comes the Shetland Sheepdog and the Swedish Vallhund, the Corgi, and from the import register and the rare breeds. Our judge now looking at the Australian Cattle Dog. Diana Spavin judged 6 of them today. Her winner was the bitch, number 4190. This was a breed which was developed to be a herder and as a guard dog for livestock on the big Australian homesteads. Very sharp, agile. This one a blue speckle. They also come in red speckle, this flecked coat they have. Strong but also athletic. The winning Australian Cattle Dog. Australian Shepherds had 33 dogs here today. The winner under Alan Matthews, our judge from Ireland, was the bitch number 4199. This is a breed which carries the name Australian Shepherd, but was a breed which hails back to Spanish sheepdogs, and they took their dogs to Australia with them. From there, they were taken to Australia when they emigrated to America, and were developed there. And it was America which developed this breed. This one, a blue merle. Very nice entry of bearded collies today, a very good entry. 85 dogs here for specialist Mrs. Kim Evans. She chose the dog number 4316 as best of breed. This is a breed which is relatively modern. It hails back to the Scottish working sheepdogs, and one lady decided to have one, came down, and it was really the start of the breed. She developed the Bothkennar strain, which is behind many of the modern day bearded collies. Although it has this long coat, it should be a protective coat, and it shouldn't be too profuse. There should be daylight under the body. They have a broad skull and muzzle, large dark eyes, and the head carriage on many of these pastoral breeds drops lower as they move, as we see here. Now the first of our Belgian sheepdogs today, the Gronendaal, 8 of them for Alan Matthews. His winner was the bitch, number 4320. There are 4 varieties of Belgian Shepherd, differentiated only by their coat and colour, and originally which area of Belgium they came from. Here we have the Gronendaal, which is here in black. They all share the same standard. They have a wedge-shaped head, moderate bone. They should be nimble and brisk in their movement. There's the winning Gronendaal, number 4320. Should be quite leggy, quite square in build. A smooth curve over the croup. And now forward the Tervuren, one of the more popular of the varieties. Coming in this rich fawn red coat. 5 of them here. The winner was a bitch, number 4329. Of course, they are very versatile working dogs. They've been used by the armed forces, by the police. If any of you have seen the displays of working dogs with the police forces, they use one of the varieties, particularly the Malinois, the smooth-coated variety, which are very keen workers. They are breeds which need intelligent owners, as they can rule the house if they don't know who's boss. Highly intelligent, they need a job of work to do. There's our winning Tervuren, number 4329. And now, from an entry of 99 Border Collies for specialist Pete Simmons, here we have our best of breed winner, the bitch, number 4401. The versatile Border Collie. Originally the great working dog for shepherds. We've all seen one man and his dog. So nimble, agile, dropping the head low as they move, should have stealthy movement. Very trainable, highly intelligent. And now forward the Briard, the French breed. All of the pastoral breeds here were either used for herding livestock or guarding livestock. Here's from France, the Briard, same area for where the cheese brie comes from. This is a sturdy breed. Breed peculiarities are double dew claws on the back legs and a little crochet hook at the end of the tail. There's the fawn. They also come in black and sometimes grey. And now the Catalan sheepdog from Europe. Catalan. Sturdy. A rugged, rustic coat, relatively short in the neck. And again, slight curl to the tail and the dew claws on the back legs. We see our judge checking those. These were herders. Rectangular in the body, free striding. Now, from a very good entry of rough collies today, there were 106 rough collies here for specialist Mr. Hyde. He chose this dog 4467 as best of breed. This one is a blue merle, which should be clear silvery blue with a few black patches permitted. Was a breed which was made popular by the film series Lassie Come Home. Hugely popular as family pets, but they were essentially working sheepdogs. They've been developed selectively for this long, clean, wedge-shaped head. They should be light on their feet and ground covering. It's not all about coat, they have to be fit for function, be able to cover the ground well. Our judge now look at the Estrella, a breed from Portugal. Should be rugged, rustic, a clean skull, muzzle and the ears folded back neatly. Turn back, one of the breed features. They should be in their natural habitat. They could live out with their shepherds as guard dogs. Very rugged, able to survive the high altitudes at which they worked. And here comes the Finnish Lapphund. 12 of them here for Diana Spavin. Her winner was this dog 4578. Now, there's herding dogs for all livestock here, and this one, the Finnish Lapphund, they used to herd reindeer. So, again, they used to work in cold climates in the north of Finland, in Lapland, working alongside reindeer pulled sleds. they could herd up the reindeer. They have Spitz characteristics in the wedge-shaped head, sharply pricked ears, the tail carried over the back, and a protective outer coat. Now on the table, the Hungarian Pumi. 12 of them today, judged by Keith himself. His choice was this dog, 4656. Now, this is a little breed from Hungary, where it's thought that its origins lay with the Hungarian Puli, the corded dog of Hungary, perhaps crossed with some Schnauzer or Terrier. And here we get these wonderful pricked ears, our dog just lifting them there, giving them this wonderful expression and character. Nimble herding dogs, the Hungarian Pumi. Now, absolutely on home territory is the Lancashire Heeler. 32 of them here today. And the winner is this bitch, number 4697. And this is a breed which is absolutely unspoilt, unchanged since the early days. Black and tan and liver and tan. It's thought that the Lancashire Heeler originates in a crossing between the Corgi and the Manchester Terrier. The Corgi's driving cattle to market from Wales to Manchester, and the Manchester Terrier was used in the cross. Hence we get the features of low to ground from the Corgi and the colouring of the Manchester Terrier. And there, this little rectangular, full of character and strutting of stuff. Our little Lancashire Heeler best of breed winner is a bitch, number 4679.
Should I go? And I thought, no, I'm not going to go until you say.
And now, something a little more elegant with the length of leg in the Norwegian Buhund. Diana Spavin, Judge 7. And here is our winner, the dog, number 4697. The word Buhund in Norwegian means dog of the homestead. They were general farm dogs. They could be herders, they could be livestock guards. But they are hugely popular in their native country as family dogs. The national breed, the Norwegian Buhund. Fairly lightly built in bone, good length of leg, this crisp outer coat and the tail carried over the back. Sharply pricked ears. There's the elegance of the Norwegian Buhund. And here, the Old English Sheepdog. Bill Moore, Judge 35 of them today, chose this dog, number 4722. This is a breed which originates and was developed in the southwest, but it's thought that the origins of them may have been in Scotland or from dogs brought in, the Polish lowland sheepdogs, which were brought into Scotland. They used to be known as the bobtail because their tails were originally docked completely. And in the 18th century, that was a tax dodge because working dogs that were docked got their owners some tax exemption when paying their taxes. They had a working dog, so had some reduction. Underneath that coat is a big barrel ribs, which gives it this slight rolling action. The top line should rise to the back, as we see here. The head just dropping on the move. There is our winning Old English Sheepdog, number 4722. And now here is the Polish Lowland Sheepdog. Adam Hollis, Judge 8 of them today. His winner was the bitch 4746. Now, here is a breed which is widely used in its native Poland. There should be cobby, well built. They're rectangular in build, strength of skull. There bear some similarities to the bearded collie, but in a miniature form, in shape and head type. Are winning Polish Lowland. Pyrenean Mountain Dogs had specialist Mr. Flounders, judging 21 of them today. His winner was the bitch 4749. The Pyrenean Mountain Dog was a guard dog, a flock guard, working with the shepherds. It could work on the level plains in the Pyrenees. So it had to be agile as well as substantial. It's a breed which again has double dew claws on the back legs. A lovely elegance in the head. It said that the head resembles a polar bear in shape, and with its dark eyes and dark pigmentation has a very endearing expression. It's thought that the breed was largely white because it was a camouflage colour. When it was working among herds of sheep, it could be camouflaged, giving it an advantage over the wolves. Now forward the Samoyed, and again our group judge has judged this breed today, so he's already seen it. His winner is this bitch number 4792. The Samoyed working in the extremes of climate, equipped to withstand the harshness with its coat and with its snowshoe feet. The feet are rather spread with some hair between the pads to give it stability when moving on frozen ground and on ice. Now on the table, the Shetland Sheepdog. 81 of them here today for Mrs. Karen Angier. And she chose this dog, number 4783, as best to breed. Coming from the Shetland Isles, where they small amount of land mass, so they have small breeds there. Shetland ponies, a small breed of sheep, and the small breed of sheepdog, the Shetland Sheepdog. In some ways, almost a miniaturized version of the collie, which may have part in its origin. The same long, wedge-shaped head, this lightness on the move, the tail carried low, and this endearing expression. Now on the table, the Swedish Valhund sent by Alan Matthews from an entry of 5. This is a dog. And this is a wonderful rustic working dog from Sweden. It's thought that this breed goes back to the time of the Vikings. And when the Vikings invaded the United Kingdom, they brought dogs of this type with them. And it's thought, one theory is that they left some in Wales and it played a part in the origin of the Welsh Corgis. They were a herding dog, low to ground, nipping at the heels of cattle. You'll see over the lighter shadings behind the shoulders. They are known as harness markings, and they're a prized feature in the colour and coat of the breed. Now on the table, the first of the corgis, the Cardigan corgi, 9 of them for Alan Matthews. His winner was this brindle bitch, number 4894. It's thought that the Cardigan was the forerunner of the two varieties of corgi. It's the longer, more strongly boned, and the front formation is quite different. A slight crook in the front legs, encasing the chest, and the ears are larger, very mobile. Now on the table is the Pembroke Corgi. Specialist Alan Matthews judged them today. He's chosen a bitch, number 4911, as best of breed. Again, the Cardigan Corgis are healer dogs. They nip at the heels of cattle and livestock, driving them forward to their new pasture or to the markets. Now from the import register, the unique coat, size and shape of the Bergamasco. The import register are for breeds who are building up a population in this country. Not yet enough population here to have breed classes, so they go in the import register classes. Here is a flock guard, strong, watchful, and again with this coat pattern of flocks which develop into sort of ribbons and cords as it matures. And it takes an awful lot of work to keep a dog looking as smart as this with that growth of coat. Devoted to their masters, they could live out all year long with this protection of coat. Now our judge, Mr. Nathan, just going round, reminding himself, a big group of pastoral breeds is going to choose 8, he tells me. In comes the Australian Shepherd. A long walk down the line. It's the Briard comes forward. The Rough Collie, the Blue Merle Rough Collie is brought forward. The Old English is brought forward. In comes the Pyrenean Mountain Dog. The Samoyed. The Cardigan Corgi and the Pembroke Corgi are brought in. And there we have our shortlist. Well done to the others leaving the group. So time to show your support, ladies and gentlemen. It's out and back for the Australian Shepherd. Now the turn of the Briard, the fawn Briard. Showing off its little crochet hook tail as it moves. And here's the Blue Merle Rough Collie with support party. That's always good to hear. Coming from a very good entry, 103 of them today. 106 of them today, actually. That was the biggest entry in the group. Here's the Old English Sheepdog. That rolling gait. And here's the Pyrenean Mountain. And here comes the Samoyed on its snowshoes, smooth and fluent. And now some heeler dogs, the Cardigan Corgi, the longer variety with the larger ears and the slightly bowed front legs, and the red and white Pembroke Corgi. Now one of these going to stay on another hour to compete for Best in Show. I think they've called for the placement boards. Images of Blackpool Tower. Who's going to be sent to the tower today? The winner is the Samoyed. The Samoyed's won. For second place, the Australian Shepherd. In third place, we have the Old English Sheepdog. And for fourth spot, the Pembroke Corgi. So well done to all of the other finalists, but it's the Samoyed having a great day. So she'll be very happy to stay a little longer, I think. One of those magical Blackpool silver trophies coming out with Tony Eiley from the committee, a great worker for the show, and a fantastic trophy. Don't drop it on the dog. Yes. You'll have to increase your house insurance if you take that home. Big round of applause for Keith Nathan, who wasted no time getting through that big group. So, lap of honour time. The Samoyed is going to lead them off. There you go, our winning Pastoral dogs. Sorry, I can tell you the short list. The summer looked very good, didn't it? Yeah. Never.
It's 11. I couldn't believe it. It's absolutely stunning. It's so effortless on the move.
Nice Pembroke pitch as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I've done crosses by the yeah.
You missed.
Would all veterans in the Pastoral group go to ring 24? All veterans in the Pastoral group to ring 24.
Ladies and gentlemen, shortly we'll be able to start the last group of the week. Getting closer to best in show now, so the excitement's mounting. One group to go, the working group. We're just assembling them. I'm just waiting for the signal from our steward. We are ready to go. Now, really, our judge of the working group today really needs no introduction. Known all over the world, she's having huge success in all of the breeds she's taken on, which include Rottweilers, Shiba Inu, Farrier Hounds, soft-coated Wheaten Terriers, and Akitas, and 20-odd breeds. Hugely successful this year in particular. She's having a great... And here come the dogs. Let us see them. The Bernese Mountain Dog, the Bouvier de Flandre, the Boxer, the Bull Mastiff, the Doberman comes next, the Dog de Bordeaux, the German Pinscher, the giant Schnauzers coming in now, the Great Dane, the Hoverwart, the Leonberger, the Mastiff comes next, and then the Newfoundland, the Portuguese water dog, the Rottweiler, the Russian Black Terrier, the St. Bernard, the Tibetan Mastiff, the Canadian, from the import register. So there they are. And a quick take in of the outlines and balance of these best of breed winners. It's known as the working group because all of these breeds were developed to help people in their daily lives, whether it's work around the farm as guard dogs, a variety of tasks which we'll discuss as we go through the breeds. And now the largest of the breeds in the working group for substance is the Alaskan Malamute. This is a sled dog designed and developed to pull heavy loads over long distances. So it's a dog that needed strength and stamina. Judged by Dr. Palahimo from Finland, the winner was this bitch, number 4978. This is a dog which is fit for function in that it's strong. It's got this protective, weatherproof double coat. It's got this strong bone and shoulders for pulling sleds. Furred inside the ears to protect it against the cold. And a tail, a long tail like a waving plume. When it curls up in the snow, it can wrap the tail around it to give it some extra warmth. There is the winning Alaskan Malamute, number 4978. And now a nice entry of Bernese Mountain Dogs today for Lynn Barker, a breed specialist. 44 of them here, and she chose the dog 5031 as best of breed. This is one of the national breeds of Switzerland, which comes in this, all of them coming in this tricolour black, tan and white pattern. This is an all-purpose farm dog. They were often used for pulling carts with milk churns or cheeses onto the markets or to the train stations. So strength and athleticism in the Bernese Mountain Dog. A little bit longer, says our judge. She likes to see them go. And now from Belgium, they have the Bouvier de Flandre, the cattle dog. 3 of them here for Ernie Patterson. He chose this dog, 5057, as best of breed. The word Bouvier means cattle dog, and it was used originally for that purpose, for herding cattle, but its versatility took it to many purposes. It went to the World War I and II in the trenches as a messenger dog and as ambulance dogs, carrying panniers of medicine and messages. It's been used by the police and all of the armed forces. Rustic, rugged, a matte coat, and this strong head. There is the winning Bouvier. And now from the biggest entry in the group, the boxers, 113 of them today, for our judge, Mr. Hans van den Berg from Holland. He judged all 113 and awarded this dog, number 5126, as best of breed. The boxer, of course, is another hugely versatile breed. Has been used by the armed forces as a guard dog, tracking dog, highly intelligent. They love a job of work, but they also love to be a member of the family. There is our winning boxer, number 5126. Now forward the Bull Mastiff. The Bull Mastiff. Judged today by Billy Brittle, a specialist. 43 of them here for him. He chose this brindle bitch, 5215, as best of breed. Nice to see it has a support party. The Bull Mastiff was originally a gamekeeper's dog, bred to ward off poachers. The brindle here, although it's not so commonly seen today, was the original favoured colour because it was a camouflage colour. Could hide in the undergrowth and give a nasty surprise to the poachers. Albert White judged Dobermans today, 58 of them for him here. He's chosen the bitch number 5231 as best of breed. Another German breed. Takes its name from the man who developed the breed, Herr Louis Dobermann. He was a tax collector and he wanted a breed who would guard him on his rounds when collecting taxes. The Dobermann is what he came up with. It's strong, but with a degree of elegance, square in its body, high withers and a slight slope to the top line, and a wedge-shaped head. Again, hugely talented as a tracking dog, as a guard dog. It's been used by the armed forces and the police. There is the winning Doberman, number 5231. Now we saw the Bull Mastiff earlier. He's a French Mastiff, the Dog de Bordeaux. Ernie Patterson judged 14 of them today. His choice was this dog, number 5275, as best of breed. This was a breed developed for guarding the chateaux of the aristocracy in France, the French Mastiff. However, in the French Revolution, when the Revolutionary Party were executing and guillotining the aristocracy, many of their dogs died with them, and the breed was almost extinct. Some Bull Mastiffs from England went to France to help them to get the breed going again. And it's thought that the Mastiff from England and the Bull Mastiff played a part in rejuvenating and bringing back the Dog de Bordeaux. This top line, which runs up with a low head carriage, is very typical of the breed. Now here is the German Pinscher, 13 of them here today for Billy Brittle. Go. Here is one of its relatives, the smaller sized German Pinscher. It carries many of the same physical features. It's square in its body, it's this high set tail, wedge-shaped head, was used as a general farm dog in Germany, but is also popular as a companion. And I'm always surprised that they've not been taken on so much in England as family pets, because they're highly intelligent, little upkeep, and very affectionate to their owners. There is the German Pinscher, number 5290. Giant Schnauzers today. Nice entry for our Dutch judge, Hans van den Berg. 21 of them here. His winner was this bitch, number 5317. The largest of the Schnauzer family. Again used by the armed forces for tracking, for guarding. This square and strong in the body, a strong head and good length of foreface, and above all, this good chest and a wiry top coat, and the furnishings on the legs and beard should also be wiry. There is the giant Schnauzer, number 5317. Yes, thank you. Our judge now looking at the Apollo of dogs, the Great Dane. It's thought to be one of the tallest breeds in the world. Don't be deceived by the name Great Dane. Although it carries the Dane in its title, it's really a breed that was developed in Germany, where it was used to hunt wild boar. Developed in Denmark, where there were some very successful breeders. It's a breed which should have size and substance, but also the athleticism to chase the game. Specialist Mrs. Worsley, from a entry of 63, chose this bitch, 5325. And now another German breed, the Hoverwart, all-purpose farm dog. Come in a variety of colours. Black here, we see the golden colour. Very biddable and intelligent in their temperaments. They could be used for herding, sometimes carting, but also as good guards. But now in Germany, they are popular as family companions. This one is solid black. And now forward the Leonberger, sent forward by Hans van den Berg. 37 of them. He's had a busy day. And he chose The bitch 5405 as best of breed. Comes from the German town of Leonberg. And if you go to Leonberg, you'll see the outline of the Leonberger on the coat of arms of the town and on the flag that flies above the town hall. It's a breed which was developed by crossing the Newfoundland and the St. Bernard. Coming in this golden colour, it's lion-like in its colour, these shades of gold. The winning Leonberger there, number 5405. Now forward is the Mastiff. When the Romans first invaded the United Kingdom, they found dogs of Mastiff type here. They were so impressed with them that when they went back to Italy, they took some dogs with them and rather sadly used them as fighting dogs in the Colosseum. However, the Mastiff has survived in this country. It was a gamekeeper's dog as well for guarding against poachers. They are taller than the Bull Mastiff, longer in the body, and with a completely different head type, this truncated muzzle. So there is our winning Mastiff. Sent forward by Hans van den Berg. Now the Newfoundland. Dr. Palahimo from Finland judged 47 and chose the bitch 5474 as best of breed. This is a water dog from North America, where it was used as a water rescue dog and also to help the fishermen. They're fit for function with this big barrel ribs, this waterproof coat and webbed feet which help them to propel effectively through the water. Here we have the black, which is perhaps the most frequently seen colour. We see them also in liver and in the white with black markings, the blero mark, the Lancia type of the white and black. There's our winning Newfoundland. And now another dog used to working in water. It's the Portuguese water dog. Again, coming from the ring of Hans van den Berg. He chose this bitch, number 5501, as best of breed. Hugely versatile. It could help the boatmen of Portugal bring in the nets, help to pull in the boats, and its coat pattern, as you see here, is functional. It's got this mane of hair left over the front of its body to give it flotation in the water, and a plume of hair on the end to protect it from the cold water. Striding out, full of running, the Portuguese water dog. And now to a breed where Our group judge has made up a lot of champions. The Rottweiler, German breed, a drover's dog originally, was used as a herding dog driving cattle and sheep to market. It's thought that Romans took dogs of this type on their campaigns through Europe and left some dogs of this type. They used to take a herd of cattle with them for slaughtering as they needed them to feed their troops. It's thought that they left dogs of this type in the town of Rottweil in Germany, and the breed was developed there to what we have today. The winning Rottweiler there, sent forward by breed specialist Irene Rushforth, 5511. And now the Russian Black Terrier. Ernie Pasterson had 14 of them today. He chose this dog, number 5578, a bitch. And this is a relatively modern breed, developed after the World Wars by a Russian dog breeding station. They wanted a breed which could round up prisoners of war or fugitive prisoners. And this is what they came up with, using a Schnauzer, an Airedale, perhaps a Rottweiler amongst the breeds. They're very strongly built, big bone under that coat, a strong head and muzzle with thick protective lips. There is the Russian Black Terrier. Now forward the St. Bernard. Albert White judged 21 of them and chose this bitch, number 5586, as best of breed. This is a breed which was originally developed as a rescue dog to rescue lost travellers in the Pyrenees, in the avalanches. It's thought that the monks of the St. Bernard Pass, the hospice they had there, which was a hotel for travellers, they developed the breed, and they could be taken out when needed to search for lost travellers. Of course, an advertising campaign for a brandy firm in the 1950s and 60s saw the St. Bernard with a little keg of brandy round its neck. I think that would have been a very welcome sight, but a bit of folklore there. Marvellous man. And now the Tibetan Mastiff. It's thought that the Tibetan Mastiff is the patriarch of all the Mastiff breeds. It has a long history in Tibet, where it was used as a guard dog, often chained to a kennel at the gate to the farm or the homestead to ward off travellers and poachers and robbers. So they could be quite sharp. In recent years, they've become popular as a show dog and have become calmer in temperament, but can still be quite aloof and distrustful of strangers. And from the not separately classified classes, our last contestant in the group, the Canadian Eskimo dog. Another sled dog, built fit for function. The long tail, which can wrap around it when it curls up to go to sleep in the outside snowing climates. Pricked ears, furred inside. We saw the Alaskan Malamute earlier, the heavily built sled dog. This is lighter. Not the same strength, but a lot of stamina and a bit more speed than the Alaskan Malamute. We are sadly missing the Siberian Husky from this group, which was the fastest of the sled dogs. And there we are, the Canadian Eskimo dog, protected in Canada, kept a breeding station open to keep the breed, almost wiped out after an epidemic. And there, the end of hands-on examination, looking for our last group winner at Blackpool. Now, who's coming into the shortlist? The Alaskan Malamute is called forward, and the Bouvier. In comes the Boxer, the Bull Mastiff, the Doberman, the German Pinscher, a long walk to the Portuguese Water Dog, the Rottweiler, the Russian Black Terrier, and the St. Bernard is called forward. So well done, all of the other best of breed winners. And getting their instructions, it's out and back and round to the top of the ring. Support, ladies and gentlemen, there's the Alaskan Malamute. And round she goes, this Alaskan Malamute bitch. Powerhouse for pulling heavy loads for over long distances. Tail like a waving plume. Here's the Bouvier, the cattle dog of Belgium, but versatile and helping the armed forces during the World Wars. Great tracking dog. There's the Bouvier. Here's the Boxer from the biggest entry in the group for Hans van den Berg. And here's the Bull Mastiff, the brindle Bull Mastiff bitch. It's said that the Bull Mastiff had to be strong, but also have the fitness to jump a 5-barred gate. And it looks as though this one might be able to do that. She's athletic and strutting her stuff. Today. And one of the rarer breeds, it's the German Pinscher. Just because they're rare doesn't mean to say they can't be good as well. And here we have the shortlisted German Pinscher. You see the miniature Pinscher in the toy group. The Doberman Pinscher we've seen here. And here is the waving plume of a tail in the Portuguese water dog. Could help fishermen bring in the nets, pull in the boats. Even herding shoals of fish, which is amazing to think of. And here's the Rottweiler. Choice of specialist Mrs. Rushforth. The Russian Black Terrier. A development of the 20th century in Russia. And finally, the St. Bernard. Trotting along very faithfully next to his handler. Ten shortlisted dogs. Who's going to be top of the 10? We're being moved into size order to send them round the ring for a last circuit so we can look at top lines and stride. This might be the thing that clinches it because competition is obviously tough at this level. Big round of applause for all of them, ladies and gentlemen. And that is a good round of applause. It's almost like America. Get wooing, yes. Blackpool Tower is coming out. Who's going to be sent to it? Sent to the tower. Something you wouldn't mind today. Number 1 is going to be the Alaskan Malamute. In second spot, the German Pinscher, a lovely win for the breed. For third spot, the St. Bernard. In fourth place, the Doberman. Good heavens, there's someone excited. Well done. So it's the Alaskan Malamute will stay on for half an hour. She'll have a rest because we're going to see the best puppy and other groups judged before the climax of the show, which will be best in show. Melanie Harwood from the committee bringing out one of those wonderful Blackpool silver trophies. Nice rosette as well. Great win for the German Pinscher, second in a working group. And very happy with himself as well. That tail's really wagging. It's lap of honour time before you go for your photos. Off they go. Big round for Liz Dunhill, our judge. Could I just make a call for the Whippet, which won the Hound Puppy Group, please? We are waiting for you. The Whippet that won the Hound Puppy Group, because we're about to start. It's here, I'm told it's here in the collecting ring. Now, soon we'll be underway with the finals of Blackpool 2024, starting with Best Puppy in Show. We'll see Best Puppy, then Best Junior, then Best Veteran. So you'll have to see all of the best of the best, here in the main ring. And one man is going to have the pleasure of deciding all of those winners. And I'll introduce you to him in a moment. We're just waiting for the last puppies to get into the collecting ring. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. We're going to see Best is our judge for Best Puppy in Show, and later Best in spent a lifetime in showing dogs. He started growing up with greyhounds and whippets, started showing back in the 1980s. He's made up 36 champions in 6 breeds and over 3 groups. He's had champions in Flatcoats, Welsh Springers, Vizslers, Rhodesian Ridgebacks. He's been top breeder in several of those breeds. He's approved to judge 37 breeds and 3 and Best in Show at championship shows. He's judged in many European countries and Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Dubai, Pakistan and Canada. And today, he's settled for Blackpool. So please welcome our Best in Show judge, Mr. Frank White. And in come the puppies. Best puppy from the toy group. It was the Papillon, sent forward by Ian Sidgwick. From the utility group, it was the Akita, sent forward by Graham Godfrey. From the Hound group, it was the Whippet, sent forward by Miss Liz McKnight. From the Gundog group, it was the Cocker Spaniel, sent forward by Albert White. From the Pastoral group, it was the Polish Lowland Sheepdog, sent forward by Diana Spavin. From the working group, it was the giant Schnauzer sent forward by Diana Spavin. And finally, from the Terrier group, the Smooth Fox Terrier, sent forward by Albert White.
Back round.
So there you are. They've had a great show. Took best puppy in their breeds, then best puppy in the group, and now competing for the ultimate accolade, best puppy in show. Perhaps the first rung on the ladder to stardom. So now here's this tricolour Papillon. Having topped its breed, it then won the toy puppy group. The Papillon, the little dainty butterfly dog from France and Belgium. It was developed. Like many of the toy breeds, they were bred down from sporting breeds. It's thought that in the continent it's known as the dwarf spaniel. So perhaps there's a long time ago some toy spaniels or working spaniels in the background. Takes its name because its ears, when spread out, look like the spread wings of a butterfly or the papillon. Silky plumes, silky feathering on the ears and on the tail. They should be light and buoyant on the move. And there is our winning toy, the Papillon. So applause, ladies and gentlemen. Give them your support. They've had a long weekend. From the utility group, Graham Godfrey chose the Akita as best puppy. The Akita is the largest and strongest of the utility breeds. Developed in Japan, used to hunt bear. Like a lot of the Japanese breeds, they like brilliant colors. Here we see this brilliant gold and white. Plush coated, strong tail curled over the back, these hooded ears and relatively small eyes. There is our winning utility puppy, the Akita. There you go. And of course, for many of them, remember, they're puppies. Many of them will never have been in a big ring like this before. It's a new experience, so it's a test of temperament as well. Largest entry in the hound group was Whippets, and the puppy group judge, Miss Liz McKnight, chose the Whippet, this Whippet bitch, as best puppy. Everything about the Whippet is about symmetry, about flowing lines, a curving top line and underline, smooth daisy-cutting action, a degree of elegance with athleticism. So here goes our brindle Whippet. By daisy-cutting action, I mean that it's a low stride and there's no picking up from the pastern. It's long and low in the stride. There is our winning hound puppy. And now the winning Gundog puppy, sent forward by Albert White, was the Cocker Spaniel. And our judge, Mr. White, has had champions in this breed, so he'll be casting a specialist eye over this one. A blue roan. The cocker should be compact and cobby. Takes its name Cocker Spaniel because it was used for on woodcock, a small game bird, and the Cocker Spaniel was sent in to flush them out of the undergrowth. Takes the epithet the merry cocker because of its ever wagging tail. So there is our Cocker Spaniel puppy, the winner of the Gundog puppy group. And now the winning Pastoral puppy. Diana Spavin judged this Pastoral puppy group and chose the Polish Lowland Sheepdog. Used as a herding dog in its native Poland. Should be cobby, some substance. Under that coat there's a strong rib cage. Protective waterproof coat. And there goes our little Polish Lowland Sheepdog, winner of the Pastoral puppy group. Earlier today, the giant Schnauzer topped the working puppies. The breed was judged by Hans van den Berg, and Diana Spavin judged the group. This giant Schnauzer dog puppy, 5302, won the puppy group. We saw the adult version in the working group earlier. Largest of the Schnauzer family. Schnauzer means bearded snout. They've all got beards. This long foreface has furnishings on it, which they call a beard. They should have substance and bone and a hard, wiry coat. There's our winning working puppy, the giant Schnauzer. Do I look tight? Now, the Terrier puppies. Albert White judged the Terrier puppies and chose this Smooth Fox Terrier earlier today. Short-backed, fairly deep in the body, the tail bang on top, and with this clean, long muzzle, clean skull. So our little puppy bitch, the Smooth Fox Terrier, again, confident, the tail bang up. For many of them, as I said, the first experience of a big ring with a big audience, lots of noise. So a real test of temperament and perhaps training for the future careers. So Frank has the task of deciding. So round they go. Give them your applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see them go. The little Papillon strutting her stuff. And there's the powerful Akita. The elegant Whippet. And the bustling little Cocker Spaniel. The Polish Lowland. Here goes the giant Schnauzer. And stepping out with style, last but not least, the Smooth Fox Terrier. We're going to have a winner and a reserve. So one of these will be Best Puppy and Show Blackpool Championship 2024. Soon we'll know who that is. The boards are coming out. Who's going to win a very special prize in their early career? Best Puppy and Show at Blackpool. The Smooth Fox Terrier wins. So, all of you others making it thus far, but it's the little Smooth Fox Terrier, the breeder and owner. Two breeder owners in the top spots here. Sporting congratulations. There you are. A great end to the Best Puppy and Show judging. Marvellous. Our winner here is from North Yorkshire. It's his hound-marked Smooth Fox Terrier. Showed a little socks off there. Well done. Lap of honour time. Our Best Puppy and Show. Two beautiful bitch puppies for the future. So Frank can have a little rest before he does Best in Show at the end. So photographs are all being done at the complete end of the show, so we're moving swiftly on to look at Best Junior in Show now. I'm just waiting for Tony to give me the thumbs up that we're all ready. Thumbs up, we are all ready, and so's the judge. Welcome back, Mr. Paul Eardley. And now, in come the winning juniors. From the toy group, it's the King Charles Spaniel. Thank you. King Charles Spaniel, choice of Stephen Goodwin. From the utility group, it's the Standard Poodle. From the hound group, sent forward by Howard Ogden, the Standard Long-Haired Dachshund. From the Gundog group, it's the American Cocker. From the Pastoral group, it's the Cardigan Corgi. From the Working group, the Boxer. And from the Terrier group, the choice of David Shields, it's the Bedlington Terrier. And unfazed by the surroundings, when you've got to go, you've got to go. Nature calls, despite the competition. And there you are, there's the Bedlington. So there are our juniors. Could I ask for all the veteran group winners to go to the collecting ring, please? All veteran group winners to the collecting ring. Now, first of our juniors here on the table, the King Charles Spaniel, a choice of Stephen Goodwin. This is a bitch puppy, a tricolour. The King Charles is not as frequently seen as the Cavalier King Charles. They are really cousins. They were known as the Royal Spaniels, developed in the court of King Charles I. He loved them and had them many of them in his palaces. The King Charles here is more domed in the skull, shorter in the muzzle. The Cavalier is a slightly larger dog with a flatter skull. However, they were both shown together until the 1940s, when the Kennel Club recognised them as two separate breeds, and now the breeders have worked very hard on the King Charles to get them bolder in temperament and sounder. Now here forward now is the utility group winner. Howard Ogden chose the standard poodle, number 1561, as best of the utility juniors. The standard poodle was originally a duck retriever, and it's thought that this long muzzle for helping them retrieve, the cut we see, this mane of hair at the front, giving it flotation in the water, the pom-pom to protect it from the cold, but now the ultimate show dog, short-backed, long-necked, light on its feet and very elegant. The poodle, you can always rely on a poodle to put on a good show. There is our winning utility puppy, the standard poodle. Now from the hound puppies, Howard Ogden chose the standard long-haired Dachshund as his best junior. One of the 6 varieties of Dachshunds we have in this country. They all share the same standard, just differentiating be it by size, standard and miniature varieties, and by coat, the long hair, the smooth, and the wire coat. All of them want a relatively long body and rib cage, a conical shaped head that should carry a level top line on the move, and should have some ground clearance. They were tracking dogs, had to go to ground after badger or other game, so they had to have some ground clearance to go tracking. There is our winning hound puppy, the standard long-haired Dachshund. Is there a round of applause for that one? Yes, there is. And from the gun dog group, Howard Ogden chose the American Cocker. We saw the English Cocker in the puppies. The American Cocker was developed from the English Cocker in the 20th century. A dog, an English Cocker exported to America, was used to develop the Cocker there, and some breeders in America decided to go a little bit different and went for a smaller breed with a shorter muzzle, more domed in the head, and a more luxuriant coat. The result is the dog we've got here, the American Cocker. There she goes, the sloping top line and the high carriage of the tail, two of the chief differences of the two breeds. A round of applause as she goes, makes her way to the line. The Cardigan Corgi was sent forward from the Pastoral group by Alan Matthews. A brindle. The Cardigan Corgi has always had a tail. The Pembroke used to be docked but is now also a tailed breed, although there are some natural bobtails in that breed. The Cardigan was sometimes called the Welsh yard dog because it was said that it measured 36 inches from tail to the tip of its nose. The long dog, yes. The Pastoral group winning puppy is the Cardigan Corgi. Working puppy, judged by Alan Matthews, saw the Boxer winning. A brindle and white dog. Relatively square in its build, a slight slope in the top line, the padded muzzle which shows the influence of the bulldog in its heritage. Smooth gait. There is the winning working puppy. Very alert and confident. There he goes, the Boxer. And now on the table, the Bedlington, feeling somewhat relieved after his entrance into the ring. This linty blue coat, one of the features of the breed. Just checking the pads, free from cracked pads, which used to be a failing in the breed. And there's slightly lifting front action, sometimes described as a mincing gait in the standard. And round he goes, our Bedlington Junior. I think we're just going to see them out and back a little. There's the little King Charles Spaniel, wagging a tail, very happy to be here. And the standard poodle. And there is the Dachshund. Standard long. The American Cocker from the Gundog Group. The Corgi, Cordigan Corgi. And the Boxer. Strutting his stuff. He's had a long day, but he's still enjoying it all. And there's the Bedlington. The boards are coming. Someone's won Best Junior in Show. Best Junior in Show, Blackpool 2024. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? The Standard Poodle is Best Junior in Show. In reserve, it's the Standard Long-Haired Dachshund. So, great win for those two. Great performances by the remaining 5. So well done to all of you leaving the ring. Good to see you all. Stars for the future. So here are the rosettes. 2 that really enjoyed the big ring here. Standard Poodle barking her agreement with the decision there. And round they go, lap of honour time, our winning junior, the Standard Poodle. Now we're moving quickly on to Best Veteran in Show, and welcome into the big ring for the first time this weekend, well known to you all, Mr. Ernie Pastoral. Ernie, a breeder of Dalmatians, French Bulldogs, Cavaliers, huge enthusiast, a group judge and Best in Show judge at all breed championship shows. So he's got the enviable job of judging Best Veteran in Show. And I think we're ready to see them. Here comes our winners from the veteran groups, from the toy group. The miniature pincher, from the utility, the Tibetan Spaniel. From the hound group, the Basset Hound. From the gun dog group, it's the Gordon Setter. From the Pastoral group, have we got one coming? A border collie. Right, the border collie is a little late. It's arriving soon. Can we have the next one, perhaps? From the working group. The Alaskan Malamute. And from the Terrier group, the Jack Russell Terrier. Will be joined in a moment by the Border Collie, we hope. So if they could come round to this side, please. Thank you. Welcome all in, ladies and gentlemen. Our winning veterans from the groups. The Border Collie has arrived now. Quick walk down the line. It's a lineup of golden oldies. Dogs which have had glittering careers, still going well, still looking well, and a testament to pedigree dogs. On the table now, the winning toy puppy, the miniature pincher, the choice of Mrs. Vanessa Williams-Vegman. Like many of the toy breeds, a miniaturized version. We saw the pincher winning second in the working group earlier. Here's a miniaturized version of it. Rather different in its action because the miniature version asks for, in its standard, a hackney action, lifting the front feet higher and the hocks also a higher lift to balance. There is our winning toy pup veteran, the miniature pincher. Stuart Payne judged the utility veterans and chose the Tibetan Spaniel, a dog number 1726, as best veteran. So the Tibetan Spaniel is a long-lived breed. I've known of them reaching 17 and 18 years old. Coming from the monasteries of Tibet, where they were the prized companions of the Tibetan monks. It's thought that the Tibetan Spaniel was a talisman, a good luck dog, bringing health and good luck to their owners. First came to this country when Tibet was overrun by China in a revolution, and some English workers brought their Tibetan Spaniels home with them and established the breed in the UK. Now, the Basset Hound. The hound veterans were judged by Albert White, and he chose this tricolour Basset Hound as his winner. One of the French scent hounds. Fairly long in the body, powerful hindquarters, a slight crook in the front to enclose the chest. Long, clean skull and long ears, which a slight twist to them. And it's thought that when the hound was hunting and had its head down, the long ears encased the scent and stirred the scent up from the ground. Not done yet, it's the last thing to be done. Now the gun dog veteran forward, sent forward by Gordon Harron, the Gordon setter, a bitch, number 2955, was his choice. This is the heaviest of the setter family. Takes its name from the Duke of Gordon, on whose estate the breed was developed. Used to be in several colours in the early days, but then by selective breeding, it is now only seen in this black and tan we see here. There is our Gordon setter. One of the hallmarks of the setter family is this lashing tail. And now the Pastoral veteran, Hans van den Berg, judged them, and he chose the Border Collie, number 4419, a dog. The Border Collie, although very popular now, huge entry today, it's still used as a working sheepdog, and of course even the show variety are highly intelligent with a keen will to work. They like to have a job of work to do, and it's very important that the breeders keep this fit for function ability in the breed. And there goes our winning Pastoral veteran, the Border Collie, the typical gait, stealthy, lowering its head as it moved and extending as it goes round. There is our winning Border Collie, showing off the working pace of the breed. And here is the veteran from the working group, the Alaskan Malamute. One of the great challenges to get in these heavy breeds and giant breeds is to get the strength and the soundness. And how marvellous to see an Alaskan Malamute in the veterans, beating off all the others. It's a great achievement. So, there is the Alaskan Malamute from the working group. And finally on the table, the little Terrier from the Terrier veterans, chosen by Irene Glenn. She chose the Jack Russell Terrier. It's a breed which is really taking off now as a show dog in this country. The original Jack Russell breeders did not want to be part of the Kennel Club or of dog shows and kept their own register. Only in the last decade or so have we had them in the show rings of England. They first became popular as a show dog in Australia with stock that we sent to Australia with early immigrants. They took them to Australia to keep down rats and snakes on the homesteads, then developed as a show dog. So remember, all of these are over 7 years of age. There's the miniature pincher, the Tibetan Spaniel, the Basset Hound, Gordon Setter, coming now, raring to go with the Border Collie. Here comes the Alaskan Malamute, and last but not least, the little Jack Russell. So, who's going to be best veteran? They've already had glittering careers, I'm sure, all of this lineup. Great to see them, a testament to the quality of pedigree dogs and the health of pedigree breeds. It's a pity some of our critics couldn't come and see these veterans in such great form. But the winner is the Basset Hound. The Basset Hound wins Best Veteran in Show. And runner-up is the Miniature Pincher, the 8-year-old Miniature Pincher. Great success for the Basset Hound. Well done to all of the other lovely veterans. Great ambassadors for our hobby. So there we are. How old is the Basset? 8 years old. The Basset, 8 years old, and I know the miniature pincher is also 8. So well done to both of you. Rosettes going out, they'll be treasured, I'm sure, as will the photographs that they'll have done later. Well done to our judge, Ernie Patterson, ladies and gentlemen. And lap of honour time, there's the Basset Hound. Great moving, 8 years old, and striding out. Lovely picture. And the min pin following on. All the photos will be done after Best in Show, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go home, you winners. You're having your photos taken later. We're doing pretty well, ladies and gentlemen. 6 o'clock. We're almost at the climax of the show. Best in Show time. Please welcome back our judge, Frank White. Well, let's see our competitors. Our Best in Show lineup. From the toy group, it was the Pomeranian. From the utility group, the miniature Schnauzer. From the hound group, it was the Whippet. From the Gundog group, the Pointer. We saw earlier today the Samoyed win the Pastoral group. The working group winner was the Alaskan Malamute. And the Terriers were led home by the Lakeland Terrier. So if you'd come round, please. So there's our lineup for Best in Show. So for the general public here who are not altogether au fait with dog showing, the Blackpool is a general all-breed championship show, and as such is the top tier of dog showing in this country, on a level with Crufts in that it has all breeds here. So to win a Best in Show at an all-breeds championship show is the ultimate accolade in a dog's career. So on the table, the toy group winner under Tom Isherwood was the Pomeranian, a bitch. It's the smallest of the Spitz breeds in that it has this wedge-shaped head, sharply pricked ears, the tail carried over its back, and of course it's a Spitz breed in miniature, so getting all of those qualities in a fine-boned, dainty dog, which is required, is a great challenge. They should be buoyant on the move. This one's being buoyant on the table, having a little swizzle around, raring to go. And there she goes, the buoyant little Pomeranian, our toy group winner. This buoyant, brisk movement of the Pomeranian. She may be the smallest breed here, but she doesn't believe that. She is full of her own self-importance as she goes round. The utility group winner under Ken Sinclair was the miniature Schnauzer.
I never guess.
This is a dog, a pepper and salt, which means its colour is grey, the coat made up of banded hairs, different shades of grey, lighter and darker, to give this overall effect. It's a breed which should be substantial, have forechest, good ribs, a sturdy body, slight slope to the top line, and a good length of head. And this crisp coat. There is our utility group winner, the miniature Schnauzer, taking it all in his stride. There, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, our utility group. The hound group was judged by Marita Rogers. She chose the Whippet dog. The breed was judged by Wendell Moore. Everything about the Whippet should be athletic, power, symmetry, and elegance. Streamlined, aerodynamic with its smooth curves, the muscular loin for propulsive power, and a long daisy-cutting, low action. They've been very popular as show dogs for decades now, but they're also wonderful family pets. They love their home comforts, but also love a good gallop when they get outside. It's wonderful to see them go. Wonderful, loving household companions. There is our winning hound, the Whippet. Marion Waddell judged the gun dog group, and her choice was the pointer. The pointer should be a series of flowing curves. Everything about it should look like a thoroughbred. In the 19th century, they were the favoured dogs of the gentry for seeking game. Always stylish on the move. And here is the Samoyed, who won the Pastoral group under Keith Nathan earlier this evening. a dog which was a herder in icy climates. And of course, it has what's called snowshoes as feet. It's their good spread of the foot with hair between the toes to give grip on ice and slippy terrain. So really strutting her stuff. She's been in the breed today, she's been in the group, and now she's quite unfazed and loving best in show. Her white coat set off by the dark pigment. Our judge now going over the winner of the working group. Liz Dunhill chose the Alaskan Malamute bitch we have here. Sled dog for long distances and heavy loads. Built fit for function, strong bones, strong shoulders for pulling, coat to protect, furred ears. There you are, round she goes, our winning working dog, the Alaskan Malamute. And now the Lakeland Terrier, chosen by Paul Erdley from the Terrier group. Here in its home country, the Lake District, not far away, where the breed was developed by farmers and stockmen wanting to keep down rodents. So there's our winning terrier, the little Lakeland Terrier, having a look around. It's very inquisitive, alert. There she goes, the little Lakeland Terrier. So we've seen them all go. Just looking at heads and expressions, alertness, the character of the breed. I see where they're going to go around. We're going to have one last view as they go around the ring to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, your support for our 7 group winners. There's the little Pomeranian. There's the miniature Schnauzer. And the Whippet. Here's the style of the pointer. And the ever keen Samoyed raring to go. the Alaskan Malamute, and finally the Lakeland Terrier. One of them going to have a notch on its career here, a Best in Show win at an all-breed championship show. A landmark in any dog's career is a Best in Show at a championship show. Ah. And it's a straight walk to the Whippet. The Whippet is Best in Show. For reserve spot, it's the miniature Schnauzer. So the Whippet is Best in Show. Blackpool 2024. Two very happy handlers. Well done to all the others. And a big thank you to our judge, Mr. Frank White. There are the sashes coming out for a Best in Show win. And the Secretary, Steve Hall, comes to congratulate the winners. Good to see Steve coming back to full vigour, we hope. And I think, are we having a lap of honour? There they go, our Best in Show winner and our reserve.